Okay, we're in the City of Miami Cemetery, in the heart of Miami. Don't think they're interring anymore at this point. I think this is pretty much a dormant ground. Dates back to the late 19th century as its beginning. It started out with a black section, white section, Jewish section. Might have had a Catholic section, but I'm not sure about that. Jewish section is right here. I'm not sure how clearly delineated the black section is, but we'll give that a look. And we're not going to belabor this whole thing. We'll get in and out of here fairly quickly. For anybody who actually does watch these all the way through, I would imagine it can be pretty tedious, especially with me talking and the camera shaking. There's a veteran section right here, which I thought was pretty cool. Obviously, there's another veteran section that runs all the way along the fence line on the other side behind me. So I think that was probably an afterthought, whereas this was more or less planned out. These are all federal soldiers, not just Civil War, but all the U.S. wars are represented here. The Confederate soldiers are buried in a separate area up here, according to what I've seen so far. I can't say that exclusively. There might have been somebody else that served for the CSA who are interred out here somewhere, but not that I'm aware of. I haven't seen it yet. Small cemetery, very, very cool, very, very classic, very classy. And this tells about it if you want to freeze the screen and read it. This is I'll call it the northern half, but I think it's more like the eastern half. That way, this, where we're walking towards now, is down, I'm going to say, I could be wrong. I got all turned around coming in here. They have two roundabouts. This is the first one, second one's on the other side, a little ways down. I like some of these mausoleums. There are quite a few mausoleums for a Florida cemetery. You don't really usually see as many mausoleums as we're seeing in this one. One thing I thought was really cool, I'm going to highlight that as I was walking through, was, I'll have to read it, but the person who wrote it said that the person's body was mold casted into the concrete, so that once that person's remains, oh, here's the rub here. So there is one outside the circle. Good job. Illinois infantry, I'm assuming that's a federal soldier, even though it doesn't say specifically. Oh, so that there would be a cast remaining of this person's remains as they existed when they deceased, or when the mold was poured, when the concrete was poured. And I'm assuming if that's the case, yeah, I think this is it up here. I'm assuming if that's the case, that the body is, if it's completely entombed in concrete, several feet on either side, all around it, and I'm assuming that it would be mummified, unless they didn't take the the core. This is it right here. Core organs out. It said the body of the person was molded in this solid block of concrete December 4th, 26, not even 100 years ago. After the body has gone to dust, her sleeping form will remain. Interesting, very interesting. Interesting concept, I thought. So we're just going to take a... Oh, there's Birdine. I didn't see that first time. Birdine is the department store person. Pioneers here, for the most part, didn't make any kind of impact. As the city made any kind of impact, began later than the other cities in Florida because of its location. And here's the this section from here. All the way back, all the way looks like to the end, or to the middle of the end. They're all veterans. So they must have had to make a separate afterthought type section for them because they didn't leave enough room to begin with. Someone named Brickell, who apparently is very influential as a pioneer, donated this land to the city for a cemetery. Kind of cool to be able to come here and see this. I wanted to see any of these old pioneer cemeteries are always going to be highly sought after by me, but I wanted to see the monument before it got torn down. Oh, here's another one. Here's another Reb soldier. Interred outside of the circle. There's the old Spanish-American War, Alabama, or I'm sorry, yeah, Alabama volunteers, that's right, I was right. 1883 to 1898. Wow, so he must have got killed in combat. Wow, lied about his age. Is it me or that's 15 years old, right? Yeah. Might have got disease and died as well. And that was still a fairly prevalent thing. I don't understand unless it says Tuttle, so maybe these are all people named Tuttle. Yeah, okay, because that makes sense. This is their little roundabout area right here, so I'm not sure what they got going on or not. As far as, did they pay extra, or was it laid out like this, or what? So here's somebody named Belcher. That's familiar of our way. doubt it's the same people. Crest. Don't think they're the same people, but it could be. There's our former flip-flopping governor. Here's Burdine. And coming back up on the first roundabout. So we're going to shut it down, giving you an idea. Documented it for posterity of what all's in here. So we're gonna go head off to the next section, I reckon. Or the next stop, I should say. The next stop on the tour.